Hey yo, salute to all my subscribers. Special shout out to everybody else passing through. YouTube, what's good? Welcome back to another battle rap review. This next review is going to be between Chess and New Jersey Twork. Thought this was a dope ass battle for Twork as well as Chess, coming off of, well, Chess has been going on a lot longer for him, coming off of a string of battles where he's been a little bit choppy, choking a lot, forgetting his material. Just wasn't the Chess that he was when he first hit the scene back around 2014. I still fuck with Chess. I'm glad that this battle came out. I'm glad that he was able to get it together. There are certain spots that are a little bit choppy, but for the most part, Chess reminded me a little bit about why I started fucking with him in the first place. As far as Twork goes, Twork has also had a recent string leading up to this battle of him no showing, leagues not wanting to fuck with him. He had a little bit of issue where he went at the fans briefly. He's not taking battles seriously, as I turn my notifications off. But this battle all around was dope between both of them. Damn near classic. Only reason that I think kept it from being a classic, in my opinion, is the fact that there seems to be a round that Twork kind of took off where he cut it a lot short. And then on Chess's side, just a little choppy, some of the material, but he managed to keep it as fluent as possible and still make it a good battle. But we're gonna get into it. So what I'm gonna do, the format's gonna be, I'm gonna play each person's first round, then we're gonna break down the first round, talk about it, see who won. We're gonna do the same thing for the second round, and then the same thing for the third round. All right, so let's get into it. Chess versus New Jersey Twork, URL platform. Let's get into round one.
This matchup on tonight's card is between Chess, representing the Bronx, New York, versus New Jersey Twork, representing Trenton, New Jersey. These two MCs have quickly become the faces of battle rap's new generation, garnering millions of views and facing legends and veterans within just a few short years of being on the scene. Wordplay, lyricism, delivery, punchlines, performance, and aggression are some of the same attributes these talented MCs share. But it all boils down to who can use their abilities better, because the one thing they can't share is victory.
So when I first started this shit, I just swore I had the right vision. I critiqued my whole style, added a little lyricism. It was quite timid. And I'm sure you came here prepared with things you think that I might mention. Nah, we're gonna do this with a slight difference. Your life's ending, pipe lifting, in the scope, eyes squinting, light skinned, bang, till there's no more left in the right kicking, bang. That was one more left in a nice smitten. Shine on chest, ice pendant, bang, still get off, white privilege, my mind tripping.
Twork came out snapping in this first round.
Still get off.
That was
white
fire.
Privilege, my mind tripping. If I don't get rid of this stowaway, it's a life sentence. Ponder, you know it must be nice. Gotta think before you let it go. It's life sentence. I'm quite gifted. It's so ferocious. Back in the days, I used to hit the block with most control. Weed in the clock, stick in the pot, hocus pocus. You know I'm doing.
Fire. That was fire.
Stick in the pot, hocus pocus. You know I'm choking. Ain't you from the college of kicking doors down? You broke it open. See me, I hit your home with soldiers. We do P&Es with no commotion. Take the backside in and turn the inside out through the hokey pokey.
Yo. That was hard. That shit was hard.
You know it's loaded.
Twork is different, yo. This shit's different.
Like that Abercrombie bar. Talk about this American Eagle. Bang. Bang. I pop those. How about this American Eagle? Bang. I pop those. You talk struggle? Man, my homie did a 7-year bid and got poked. They told him on his route it was death for jail and he got both.
Facts. It's a fact.
did a 7-year bid and got poked. They told him on his road it was death for jail when he got both. Who got smoked? If it's problems, I look at his problems. Not jokes, silencer. I potato the beef, make pot roast. The
Snapping in this first round.
The Glock close. The Glock close. And I keep a deuce. I was gonna hit Steve's with 2, but this shit to play in your mouth. I'm making vegan food. Release it too.
That's like 4 haymakers.
Release it too. Release it too. Nah. I'm crazy through.
Fire.
Come around and you still taking the fuck up. But when it's round through, ain't nobody waking the fuck up. But when it's round through, ain't nobody waking the fuck up. Your luck's up, no tolerance. The no stuff that got sinuses. And if the no stuff that got sinuses. And if Chess rubbed me wrong, it's gonna be a lot of this.
Nah. Yo, Twork's approach is different, bro. That's why I fuck with his shit. Twork's approach is so different. Right. Yeah, the commentary in the background be crazy.
This shit I probably make a loud boom. Oh, y'all don't think I feel this little boy? How rule? Revolver. Push down this cap and spin. This child proof.
Yo, Twork's approach is different. That's why I fuck with his shit. It took me a while to get used to his voice at first. I felt like he was trying too hard in the beginning when I first started watching his battles, but his approach is different. I fuck with his shit. That was a hard round to beat, though. Let's see what Chess got on the comeback. Let's see if Chess can fight back.
Yup. You all right? I'm home again. Skin complexion on a creative player. It's time to set the. Smack told me to kick over, so I gotta kick over it. Cause just the truth, respect your youth. This my show again. I'm showing him the young niggas is the real goons. It's always these old heads trying to stop us from going in. Think about it. But if he push me to the last room, pussy, you gonna have to drink about it. Cop a weapon. That's penny.
Took him a second to get it going, but it's about the 6th bar. You got it.
Copper weapon. That's Penny Brown. It's a copper weapon, but not mine. It's 2 cents. Something leaking out it. Think about it. When I fucked up, these people doubted. When I fucked up, these people doubted. Now I'm back on the run, earning strength for bodies like in Adidas out. Your whole team.
That was hard. That was hard.
Your whole fucking team is clownish. Jack Boy was at home, talking like he had steam surrounded. Till I lifted and popped sizzle his top. There was holes in it. It steams around it. My G's be wildin'.
Let's keep it going. Fight back.
We really about this life, God. When all you see is an arm out the pool, don't think we drowning. When all you see is the arm out the pool, don't think we drowning. Cause that would be suicide. But I done put a couple G's on their feet, like Gucci slides. So what you think they'd do for me if I ain't trying to see you alive? You're one of my little track niggas to do the job. I ain't gotta pay him in bread. Just put weight on your head and you could die.
Right.
A couple plates for a plate. Nobody in my youth denies.
Right.
All it takes is a pound to put dog down. He getting euthanized.
Now it took Tress a while to get to this first big reaction.
Posting them little guns on the net. So me, you giving me shooter vibes. It's not impressive. Taking the media breath or leave media house. Knocking reckless. You on sites? It's on sight. Cause I don't argue with clowns in the comment section. I just keep still. Like I am kleptic. The minute died in seconds.
That was hard. Look at Tay-Rock.
The minute, I am kleptic. The minute hit, died in seconds. No gloves when I shot the weapon. I left prints on the SIG like it was biometric.
I fuck with that. That was hard.
I'm the best. My class is the reason the newer niggas got respect. Me, T-Top, me, Briz, T-Top, I'm the best. My class is the reason the newer niggas got respect. Briz, T-Top, and Chess. And well, I can't really vouch for Saga, Dot, and Prep, but we were the first three to show y'all we could rock with bets. See, we the
That's a fact.
Y'all the next. They knew these guys are turn these to bigger stars like Bob Celeste. Y'all don't know Bob Celeste? That's big lawyer shit. I got connects for any crime that I fought. And I ain't even leave the town after the body I caught. I stayed in the hood. Me and Twork more alike than I thought.
That was hard.
See, we really killers. You from Trenton, I'm from the trenches, it's different, nigga. Smack, please tell him, it's a difference, nigga, between culture vultures and gifted niggas. I ain't have to sit the bench for niggas. My weight was off the strip for niggas. It's a big Cause there's a thin line between getting robbed and giving niggas. Cause it wasn't about money when I married the mic. That's robbing givers, nigga. I always got
Yeah, fight back, Chess. Fight back, Chess.
I always got the bigger picture. I was making niggas bigger while making myself a bigger nigga. And y'all motherfuckers is mad at me, acting like he got to this spot as fast as me, or even faster B. When I was everywhere, pulling all-nighters, never had to sleep. We were trained different. I was NJT on the same path as me.
That was fire. That was fire. That was fire. Yo. Hey, yo. That first round was fire. It's my only problem with Chess. And I understand because it's part of his style. Some battle rappers, it takes them a minute to get to the punch because they got other battle rappers will call it filler, and I guess you can. But certain rappers, they need that build up. They got to give you those bars in between to kind of set the stage and paint that picture. I like that style. I don't necessarily like the back-to-back punchers, the rapid fire punchers like the DNAs, the fucking Rum Nitties, the Avs. I mean, it's dope. You know, it's dope because they definitely be having some hard ass punches. B Magic used to do it, but I like the bars in between. Like give it a second. I feel like the punch hits even harder when there's like a little mini story build up to the punch, like 4-8 bars and then the punch. I feel like the punch has more substance, but I understand we live in this microwave society. Everybody wants that shit right now. So people do like those rapid fire puncher style battle rappers. First round. Twork went hard in this first round. This was a hard first round to beat by Twork. And I feel like because of Chess's style and because it took him I think at least like 6 to 8 bars. I think at least 6 bars before he got his first reaction. And then probably at least like 8 or 10 before he really got like the same intensity of a reaction that Twork got all through the first round. So because Chess build up, his initial reaction was a little bit prolonged, and then once he did get to that point, the in between took so long for it to come. Even though a lot of them shits did hit, with the exception of I think like 1 or 2. It was a close first round. It was a close ass first round, but Twork was just so in his fucking bag the first round. Dude, inside out, the hokey pokey, that shit was fire. That shit was crazy. The Abercrombie bar, how about this American Eagle? Those types of bars is risky. Those types of bars are risky because you don't know if the crowd's gonna fuck with it. But when they do, those types of bars usually hit the hardest. So you got to score points for when a battle rapper take a chance like that with those types of bars that could either fucking set the building off or fall completely flat. So I got Twork edged in round one. I got to give Twork the edge in round one. It's not by much though. You know, if we were to put points on it, it would be like a 10-9 round because that shit was so fucking close. If because I like Chess's style slightly better than Twork's, if Chess would have got off a little bit sooner, and if he would have had maybe one or two more punchlines that had a noticeable effect, a reaction from the crowd, I would have gave this round to Chess. But I got to edge Twork unbiased because the material was just crazy, and it was consistent, and it was, for the most part, it was flawless. Chess got a little choppy too, and you know, you have to, when you talk about battle rap, you go back to the inception of this shit. You know, you do take points off for delivery, you take points off for, you know, timing, all of that shit kind of molds into one to form the complete final package. So I got Twork edge around one. Let's get into round two.
I just always gotta get that shit out first, bro. That's crazy, bro. So yo, I said, hold it down. I said, rusty blade thing. $150 you get you gang green. Rusty blade thing. $150 you get you gang green. Nah. Because even if I'm in the public, I blaze things. You'll die on the spot like Beijing. You ain't hear what I did to Easy?
It took him a second to catch that. It took the crowd a second.
7-6. And I ain't 80, I'm playing. That's crazy. Hammer blam. Creep up. You never seen it from the side. Sandra blam. Bam.
That was fire. That was fire.
Creep up. You never seen it from the side. Creep up. You never seen it from the side. Sandra blam. Bam. Y'all ain't see how this cape walk? Y'all ain't see how this cape walk? You never stand a chance.
That was a fire ass fucking bar by Chess. I apologize, guys. I had to take a phone call real quick, so I decided to let the bars rock out. But we back at it. Yo, that was fire. How we gonna use it strapped in? Yo, that was fire. That bar right there just evened up the battle. Now it is. You heard it in the background. Now it is 1-1. Going into the bottom of the second, it's 1-1.
I smash it. Both his hands with a hammer. How he gonna use it strapped in? I clap him. Keep clapping, they're reloaded. Savage. I told guns because I actually blow it. Facts. I ain't just rapping, niggas told it. With all these fucking arm bars, I could snap it any moment.
Yo, Chess went off in this second round. Twork didn't stand a chance in this second round. Rock. Yo, that shit was fire. I got a problem too with this round too. I'll let y'all know about it in a second.
You like to scream in niggas' ass. Well, you facing the nigga that screaming niggas' ass. I gotta talk to this fruit the same way he be speaking to his face. 2 guns in his face. You gotta remember, he controls his crowds, bro. Remember that shit. I gotta talk to this fruit the same way he be speaking to his peers. 2 guns in his face. Now he's speaking to a pair. He was acting wicked, which led to them sweepers in the air.
Yo, Chess left fucking Earth this second round. That shit was fire. This is the Chess that I started fucking with back in 2014. This Chess right here.
So you thinking nigga kid when he's holding your fate? I've been there, fighting for my life. I know what it takes. So as soon as something occurs, this blow. Don't make me have to show you the bricks. The fate, I'm the best. Yo, stop acting. That nigga's acting right now. That nigga's acting, man. So as soon as something occurs, this blow. Don't make me have to show you the breaks. The fans watching close for mistakes. I know it's at stake. That's why I'm leaving with T-Bones on the plate. We both battled nobodies and smoking for Drake.
Right.
But here's where God really gonna have to open the gates for you to enter and shit. Nigga, spit what you spit. But when I rap, zip up your lips. Talking through my rounds, a nigga get hit. Don't interrupt me on stage. Pussy, I'm too swift with the shits. Watch T.I. Black. On a serious tip, it's listening, bitch. They're not listening. They're not listening. Don't interrupt me on stage. I'm too swift with the shits. Watch T.I. Black. On a serious tip, it's lit for you, bitch. And it's lit for your bitch. Pool of blood. Let them both swim in the shit. They bleed so bad, me go swag. You can see the drip through their fits.
Right.
I say, yo.
Hey, yo, check this out. That second round was fire. Twork had a good round, but his shit wasn't gonna do shit with this Chess round. This second round by Chess, yo, he easily tied up the battle to 1-1 with crazy crowd reaction and haymakers to spare after that. He had at least two more. Here's my problem with this second round. This is the same problem I have with all of battle rap. You have certain rappers who are known for certain rounds. You got Tay-Rock, who's been known for years for his second rounds. You have JC, who's known for the most part for his third rounds. You know that once that third round hit, if you don't have a lead on JC, forget about it. Chess isn't really known, I don't think, for a particular round that he goes off in historically. But here's my problem. When these rappers construct their rounds, they know, I mean, granted, there are going to be times where you're going to think that certain material is going to hit, and it's just not, because it just depends on what the mood of the crowd is at that moment in time. But I guarantee that Chess knew this second round. I'm sure he had a feeling that it was way more punches and way more potential haymakers in the second round than the first. And he got way crazy more reaction in the second round. What I don't get is, when you have so much shit in one round, isn't there a point you would think that they would know it's overkill? Because what I'm saying is, if Chess would have took even 2 of the punches, or even 2 of the real serious reactions from the second round, and had him in his first round with the first round material he had, but then kept the second round the way it was and just pulled out like a punch or 2, he could have took round 1. He could have took round 1, and he'd be going into this battle a whole lot differently. He lost the first round clearly. Even if he took one of those punches, those extra hard punches from the second, and put it in the first becomes a lot more debatable, and then it's a preference on who you feel you want to give the first to. You can't really argue the first. The first, in my opinion, is clear to Twork. The second round, in my opinion, is clear to Chess. But it's like, I feel like there are battle rappers out here who oversaturate certain rounds, and then by the time you get to the end of the battle, you're like, damn, this battle could have went totally different if they would have had the material, some of the material they had in the second round and the first round, and then some of the material they had in the first round would have been in the third, because that round was crazy dry or short. I mean, I don't know. Either way, I got Chess winning this second round clearly. Clearly, there's no way, in my opinion, to debate the second. He just had too much for Twork in the second round. This is the best type of battle. Now, in my opinion, it already can't be a classic, because you're going into the third round with, you're going into the third round having had a first and second that was a little bit choppy. Nobody choked per se, but it wasn't 100% fluid all the way through. Chess had his moments where he had to go back and repeat it and get it back and catch it, and it was just a little bit choppy. It was still fire. Chess's material was still dope, but because it was a little choppy, I can't have it as a classic, because a classic to me is when you have every single aspect touched and it's just dope all the way around. But it's a good ass battle. And the best battles are the ones that when you're going into the top of the third, and it's tied up. It's clearly tied up, and anybody could take the battle. These are the best types of battles. So having said that, I got Chess Twork, top of the third, tied up 1-1, a clear tie 1-1 going into the third. Let's see who gets the battle. Let's get into it.
Hold it down. Please hold it down. I say, yo, I swear to God, I done really let toys fly out the windows of joy rides. I done had copper hit the ground like a penny dropping. And this can coincide, I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah, I wasn't really fucking with that last part.
Crib. If he in there sleeping peaceful, then he in for a rude awakening. Big shit. I'm sitting by the bed while snoozing, waiting. Sniper rifle. Bird eyes on chest like a Hooters waitress.
That was fire. Bird eye on chest like a Hooters waitress. I fuck with that.
Yo, this nigga is nice, bro. Bird eyes on chest like a Hooters waitress. Roof blazing. I pop, then I bury the gun until they lose the case. They come back and pull it out the dirt like a ruler bake. I'm too courageous. Brand new Mac, I just altered with a big laser. The tinted Vans, are you smarter than a 5th grader? Big
I'll fuck with that. That was hard.
Smarter than a 5th grader, big blazer. My homie got the P80, now he a risk taker. I seen it and needed to train forward. Bricklayer, switchblade him. Bricklayer, switchblade him. You get stabbed, dragged, hit, and hit with a biscuit. A whole series of unfortunate events. Lemony Snicket.
Fire.
Lemony Snicket. I'm gripping some big
See, this is one of the things I don't like about Twork. When he hits a bar that he thinks should hit, he stops. And then if it don't hit, it just turns into a dead spot. That's one of the few things I don't like about Twork shit. Like, just keep going. You know, if the crowd want to rock with it, they'll stop you.
49, I let 100 dunk. Wow, this shit like Donkey Kong. He got the double drum. I'm bucking something. This shit like Donkey Kong. He got the double drum.
He had a couple moments, but for the most part, this is a dry round. Y'all not old enough. Y'all wasn't outside. Y'all wasn't outside to know about that Sanford and Son shit. This is where the round starts to pick up for Twork. This is where he starts to pull away in the battle. He in the lead right now.
Put a 5 to chest, I'm coming to Elizabeth. This nigga, bitch, you choke, and I'm knocking you out. And that speak volumes too. He froze up and got stretched. Streets volume 2, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Streets volume 2, I'm telling you. Put away the Glock. Get out the shotgun. This shit audible. I'm warning you. This shit audible. This shit audible. I'm warning you. I bought the goons. They load the heaters. My pupils follow you around the room like Mona Lisa.
That was fire. Yeah. He just pulled in. He just took the lead with this fucking haymaker. Yeah. Right now, at this point in the battle, at this point in the round, Cheska still win the battle.
They come back a second time like Grover Cleveland. He tried to wrestle with the thunder, but see, he had to pace himself like Oladipo.
Cheska still catch up at this point as far as material goes.
I hold the eagle, split his mouth, and 50 upside down in the club. I'm strapped down.
That was hard. That was hard. I still think at this point in the battle, I still think Chess could get it back. Here's where shit starts to change.
I'm still on strike. Y'all gotta deal with that. I'm still on strike. Y'all gotta deal with that. All these pay-per-view shit. I don't like what I'm
saying. Smack.
You made 2.5 million. Nigga, where is
This is where Chess just lost the battle. This is the most fire fucking round closer since DNA told the crowd to get smacked the fuck out of here when he was battling Ill Will. This shit right here, that bar right there, just won the battle for Twork. It don't matter. After some shit like that, it doesn't matter what Chess does in his third round. That shit just sealed the battle. I'll see if I'm right. Because I could be bullshitting. I don't know.
Hey. Yo, let him work, y'all. I told Sean that out of Jersey niggas, that means the worst. Who am Otto? A nigga with enough rocket power to handle surf or pistol whip rag. Watch something and snap like he scared to curse. Get Arsenal clap. Now we smoking on that Arsenal pack. I just call it a new strand of perk. We got something for everybody in Jersey Club. Even bought a ratchet to dance with Twork. So let's dance. Oh. I took this struggle shit. And niggas always try and down me. And I made it. Like how your rounds be. None of them fabricated lines arouse me. Gotta listen.
Twork's calling it a reach. It kind of is. I understood it. It was alright, but it was a little bit of a reach.
Just like how your rounds be. None of them fabricated lines arouse me. Being a real hitter, around fake punches got me feeling like Ronda Rousey. Real hitter, fake puncher, feeling like Ronda. Real hitters, fake punches, feeling like Rhonda, tutus on his block. We be letting go to toy like a generous toddler. But you, just an imposter. Social studies, get booked with the llama. Social studies, get booked with the llama. If you don't want to Shakespeare me to talk, don't go looking for drama. Think I'm scared till I'm pulling it. Think I'm scared till I'm pulling a chopper. I can static shock a young black kid that's go with his power like.
It was round is solid, but that's what I'm saying. There's nothing you could do after that fucking twerk bar. Nothing you could do after that twerk bar. Oh, that was fire. Y'all wasn't outside. Y'all wasn't outside for that Hotel Rwanda movie. Y'all wasn't outside. That was real life shit. Y'all wasn't outside.
And all them niggas is pussy behind you. They not finna scrap. So you really believe in them guys in the back? So I rob them with gats. I fuck up New Jersey Drive soon as Ryder get jacked. Ain't riding with Mac, aka the source guard. Well, I ride with a Mac too, but I get mine from a different source. God, growing up, only saw is God. Growing up, only saw is God. Why does he even sin? Your mother work in the church. Can't even pretend. First I thought it was an overdose. Now I realize he just be rapping with the Holy Ghost.
That was fire. That was a fight back bar. This shit right here. And now if Chess would have had one or two more, he would have made the third. Super debatable. Because this shit was fire.
At first I thought it was an overdose. Till I found out he just be rapping with the Holy Ghost.
That was fire. That was fire.
Man, be honest, you struggle too with a whole bunch of family problems and can't resolve them. I would say I'll fuck your girl face in, but I'd rather let my nigga Prezi. I would say I'll fuck your girl face in, but I'd rather let my nigga Prezi get his hands up on it. Cause I heard she fuck with Spanish Harlem niggas. Part herself, I heard she got fucked by a nigga.
That took away some of the motivation too from his round.
That ain't my business as a man and shit. But while you was doing she was doing her. Probably ran through dick. You was popping, now you shade a bitch. She gave up your boxing, now bacalao. That's Spanish fish. I can't get it on, bro. I can't rap, nigga. He just smoked weed at the fireball. I can't get it on.
Yeah, he knew it was over after that twerk shit. Hey, yo, so check it out. Alright, so check it out. That was a good battle. Overall, that was a good battle. I really got no complaints. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying before, Chess had some spots where he was a little bit choppy. Crazy. Look at the eyebrows. Some shit's just ridiculous. I need to shave too. I really got no complaints with this battle. I think Twork showed up, and I think he needed to. I think Chess showed up, and I think he needed to. And I don't think people thought this battle was going to be as good as it was. I mean, on paper, it looks good. You know, Chess, Twork is a dope matchup. But, yeah, I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. All right, let's get down to it. Who wins this third round? I think it's pretty clear. That I don't like what I'm hearing, Smack. You want 12.5 mil, 2.5 mil, nigga, where's that? Look, that shit right there. And I think it was a pocket tap in there too. That one twerked around. And I think that, and so since it won him the round, If we going into the top of the third, 1-1, I think Twork gets the battle. It's close. It's very close. I mean, if Twork, see, I gave Twork the first round 10-9. Chess was right there behind him. That second round, though, I give it to Chess pretty clear. If I was going to put a score on it, for real, I got to give it a 10-9. I could even make the argument for a 10-8 round, that second round to Chess. So then again, I mean, the round could be close. See, I don't go by, it's 2 rounds to 1. I don't really go by that. I go by score the rounds. So even though Chess lost the first round, I would give it to Twork 10-9 because Chess was right on him. He was right on him. And I feel like Chess won the second round better than Twork won the first round. You see what I'm saying? So I would be inclined to give Chess a 2-point win over Twork for that second round. Which means technically, yeah, it's tied up going into the third round for round, but technically Chess is over Twork by a point. So then if you give Twork the third round by a point on the 10-9 round, because actually, you might have to give Twork the third 10-8 also, because Chess, you could clearly see he cut his round short. So yeah, that puts, you could call it either way. Then if by points that makes it a tie, or if you say you want to give it to him because he got the first and the third, then I have no argument with that. So I'm gonna edge it to Twork. It was a close battle, dope battle. I think they both had some dope ass content. There's really no way to argue that shit, hands down. You know what I'm saying? They both had some dope content. I fuck with this battle. Chess the second, Twork the first and the third. Close though, close. Definitely a good battle. Definitely had a chance to be a classic battle for what I look for in a classic, but it's just a little short of a classic because of some of the slip ups and the cutting around short. Overall, I still think it was a dope battle. Let me know who y'all got winning. Let me know if it's Chess, if it's Twork, why, which round y'all gave to who. Got a couple more battles I want to review. I'm not going to throw anything out there yet, though, because I don't know which one I'm going to do first, second, or third. But I got a few more battles I want to review. So look out for those shortly. Meantime, though, let me know what y'all think about this battle review. Let me know who y'all got winning, Chess or Twork. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace and love.